hope my unfiltered self
reminds you of who you really are.
This is the Real-Time Diaries of Amber States.
Before we start today's episode, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. It is a privilege to be able to tell stories on this land. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land. Hey hotties, guess what? It's another episode of the Real-Time Diaries of Amber Skates, where I read my diary every single week as it is happening, and we delve into all the lessons I've been learning, the big revelations, and how they are affecting my life, and therefore what you can learn from it. Frickin' get on this little piggyback me, and we can learn about life together. Because you know what I've figured out? This story that's happening right now in my own life is freaking better than anything I could ever write, right? So I may as well just capture the story as it's happening. And I can tell you, the little child inside of me that used to film with her iPod Nano and live her best life is definitely smiling right now. Anyway, it's a great day. Where am I today? I am filming in my living room. It's my living room, and I've got a gig to go to very, very soon. So I thought I'll pop this one out whilst I'm still in this house, because I'm about to leave tomorrow to go on more journeys, more touring, more living the dream. Last week's episode was kind of insane, not gonna lie. It was a huge journey. I can't believe how many revelations I had in that episode. It kind of blew my mind a bit. Even just editing it and putting it all together. So I think this is the thing with life, is we're constantly learning a billion lessons, okay? It's like life is throwing everything at you. But with this process, I'm able to shorten that time. I feel like I'm jumping further along in life at the moment than maybe my usual pace would. So anyway, I don't know, it's really interesting. Guys, we are getting close to finishing this journal. I'm gonna have to get a new one. All right, so Tuesday the 12th at 5:49 p.m. I am on a plane right now, reflecting on what has been a truly insane 3 weeks in Adelaide. Wow. The last 3 days I've missed because, well, I have been living it up, making some pretty insane memories. Where do I begin? Well, I had closing night of Club on Sunday night. Club D'Amour is the show I was in. It was pretty magic and so nice because Demi got to come watch. She captured so much of the show. That was beautiful. I have truly loved doing this show. It has been such an empowering and freeing experience to be a part of. I've discovered so much strength within myself and truly feel like I'm being the artist that I was born to be. The show led to the after party, which naturally turned into one of the most amazing parties I've ever been to. It started at the artist bar, where we all ran around the garden. Some highlights in the garden include laying on the grass with Alfie, talking about connecting and different energies. It was such a special experience. This moment I just remember lying on the grass, and there was these trees above us and you could see the stars. And I think in all of the chaos of all the party and this, like, all of the energies going on, it was so nice to be able to just take a moment and remember, like, no matter where you are, no matter what moment you're in, there is always this layer beneath of just peace and space and calm, no matter where you are. So that was really special. Reenacting parts of the show in our messy state. Oh my God. This night was so nice because we really did go out in style. It was like a massive party. Talking with everyone, I had such great chats with Dan and Liam about the whole experience. Our sound guy, Leonard, our darling Demi, and I met some new people as well. It was so much fun. I just feel like I was bumping into so many different people and connecting with so many people. Then we went to a genuinely insane after party. This was crazy. Okay, everyone had to race there to get in there before 3 a.m., which is when, like, doors shut. You can't get in there anymore. This is a place, it's called Arthur's. Yeah, so this place, it feels like a house party, but it's not. One thing is they didn't have any aircon, and this day was like one of the hottest days in Adelaide. It was insane. It was the place to be. It was the most extreme conditions. There was rain from the ceiling. They had like a hose with like holes in it that they pretty much just turned into sprinklers from the ceiling, and everyone was getting drenched and soaked. And you can just imagine like all these artists on a D floor getting drenched. Like, it was honestly out of this world. And then we went up to these amazing, they've got this like tree room with all these branches. I don't know, I feel like every room I walked into, it was just like a fantasy world and everyone's sweating it out and you're all in it together. We ended up having a few people back at ours, sitting on the balcony as the sun rose, and we pondered our wild creative lives. I am mesmerized by the lives we lead, fully immersed and truly exhausted. So when I finally went to bed, which was like 6, 7 in the morning, that's when Demi was getting up. And so Demi and I are like a tag team. I'm like, good night, Demi. She's like, okay, good morning. I'm going to go live my day. The reason Demi couldn't come is because she had to go to rehearsals for another show. So, you know, that's us. We're all just doing our wacko things. Then eventually I wake up and slip into some bathers and head to a hotel pool that freaking Sane had hooked us up with. The vibes were 10 out of 10. Exactly what you need when you're hungover as hell. I feel like we were all just like in this pool, floating, not having to hold our own weight and just existing for a bit. And I think it was the perfect call. Soon I was back, readying myself for the next best thing. Spending the night with one of the loves of my life, Kylie. I love Kyle so much. If you can't tell already, he's one of my favorite people in my life. He's pretty incredible. This night was truly a night to go out on. I Ubered to his family home and it was the absolute sweetest. We sat by the pool with his parents and his family and his sister, and we just talked about our lives and artistry and creativity and just how fulfilled we are right now, doing the mostest and really feeling so aligned. I think the thing with him and I as well is we obviously have been friends for a long time and really seen, so many of the ups and downs. Like, we both had our own fair share of rough times last year. And I think what's so nice is, being able to be here now together and really feel like we're doing what we've always wanted to be doing, but also know we're like on the cusp of so much more within our lives. It's just such a cool place to be and definitely nice to be able to be there together. The night then rolled onto peak memories with swimming together in the pool as we listened to our songs. All the magic we had been pulling into this world. I cried as he played me his new favorite, the blue lights of the water holding us and all the love that flowed. We then sat and laughed in his room, and before we knew it, we got our silly selves out into the city. We popped by my place and we sat on the balcony and greeted Demi and her friend as we crossed paths. It was so nice once again to sit amongst my favorites, all in one space. Soon we were off, scootering through the streets, holding on for dear life to Kyle as we zipped through together. Then it only got sillier. I snuck him into the artist bar and it was on. He's an artist as well, so he could be in there, but he didn't have a pass. And so we had to, get creative. Thank goodness we did, because we snuck him in and I felt like such a little rebel. Drink after drink fed us only with the deepest conversations, reflecting on how far we'd come and everything that was before us. Running into the artist bar, shoeless, Carl kept me alive, and before I knew it, we were at the casino. Oh my gosh, I never go to the casino, but somehow we ended up there, doing our best to keep each other together with our clownery. Fuck, it was so great. We are so damn close, and every year more and more. At this point, we were entangled forever in a concoction of wild adventures and songs and good old-fashioned sunrises. I love him so much, and how fucking hyped I am for the next time I see him. Sleep was chaos, Demi giving me soft pats, and before I knew it, it was time to pack and leave our place. Never have I felt more awful than recovering from a 2-day bender. Oh, it is awful. That day was a beautiful day. I got myself a pedicure. It was such a just stay alive kind of day. But I think after everything that had happened, it had been a long time since I had one of those crazy nights. So, it was worth it. And then I've landed. I better get going. I remember writing that on the plane. So funny, isn't it? Each of these moments reflecting on something else that then becomes a reflection. Oh, it's insane. She's in Melbourne, Wednesday the 13th, 1:12 a.m. Insert the video vlog part 1 and 2 in Melbourne. What's the video vlog? I don't even know what this video vlog is, but I think she's landed in Melbourne, so she's got to talk to you. Let's see what she's going to say.
We're here. We made it to Melbourne. I'm feeling very, very chill. My body is like, walking into the house immediately, I was just like, oh, great. This is a good space. Like, this space has a really good energy about it. I'm always like trying to work out ways to make it feel even better. But the thing that's so interesting is I'm not staying here for very long. Like, I'm here for 2 weeks. What is it I want to get out of this time? Just want to really enjoy it. Team with people, creating. I really want it to be a pressure-free time. There's no pressure for anything to be anything. The main thing is I'd love to work a little bit of music whilst I'm here. I want to be continuing the vlog. I really want to get a desk because I don't have a desk in this room, and I think it'd be nice to have a space that I can call my little office. The big thing that came to mind, right, when I've been sitting here, it's just perspective. I can't believe I'm in Melbourne now. Like, everything happens so quickly. And like, when you're traveling like this, it really puts it into perspective how like fleeting everything is. You know, I think when you're in one place for a long time, like, it all kind of blurs together. But when you travel, it's like, it actually shows you how fleeting it actually is. I'm watching back these videos of like the show, and I'm like, oh my god, it's done. A period of time that we were in like this loop that just like kept going forever, like, is done. Oh my god, I'm so glad I captured it. Like, I'm so glad that I've been capturing all of this. Like, I can see now that I've got these little vlogs, like these little chats with Demi that like I just did, and like there's all these little moments that I just like went and captured, and I am so glad that I'm able to put it into this like podcast. This video series is actually added the exact thing I needed in my life. Like, this has given me such a deep fulfillment of like purpose, whilst I'm also fulfilling my other purpose as an artist, like being a performer. Like, it's just so nice to see how all the pieces are coming into play. I just want to say I'm grateful. I'm just happy, guys. I had a call with Kyle just then, and it was like really beautiful. It was really close. And like seeing Darren, like coming home to Darren made me dinner tonight. And like, we were both so tired. Like, we both just got back from flights today, and like, it was really nice. Like, we actually just like ate really good food, and we didn't end up drinking or anything. We just, you know, just chilled. I was like, it's so nice. I've got these relationships now that it's just like safe and loving and caring in the most growth way. I feel like I grow with these people whilst being looked after. It's really beautiful. I'm very happy.
Thanks, Amber. I can't believe we're in the same place. So unusual. Wednesday the 13th, 9:30 p.m. I had a 4-hour nap today. Solid. My body died, but hey, I'm back, baby. Being here in Melbourne is so strange. Like, I can feel how I used to feel. So funny how a place can do that. There's this undercurrent of unease that I'm having to drop. Whoosh. Babe, I'm all good. Life is happening and I can relax. I do miss the cast and doing the show. I really love doing it every single night. But it's really nice to be here and immerse myself in all of the friendships and connections and the genuinely gorgeous home we've built. It's such a good vibe. I'm setting up now to edit the next episode, and I'm so happy to have the podcast still going. Knowing it is here, no matter where I am, has honestly been so grounding. No matter how much or how low I am, it's just another episode. And that makes me feel alright. Insert a video dancing in the apartment.
Hey guys, got a minute worth of footage left. So it's really strange getting here and feeling all the things that have changed since I was last here. Because you're like really hyper aware of it, you know? Because it's starkly different. I feel like I have access to all these different tools that I didn't before. It feels great. I'm happy and it feels weird. Like, I feel this like weirdness inside of me, like, oh, God, yeah, it's cool. All I need to do is just do the next step. I've got the systems now to sort it out, so I don't need to be running on adrenaline. Get it all done. I can just get it done. Wow.
Thursday the 14th / Friday the 15th PM AM. Ooh, insert the video series, editing the podcast together, and ADHD vibes. Let's see. Hey guys, so pretty much I'm going to be a clever girl right now. I'm going to put a time lapse on. These are hacks, guys. These are hacks. If you think you might have ADHD and you struggle getting work done, either put a timer on or start filming yourself and see
Oh, you get done. Okay, we're hacking ourselves. What works for Amber right now? Get the Shakti mat under your feet. It's got like spikes in it, and it is painful, but it's actually very pleasing. Got my eucalyptus little stick. Oh yeah, that's so good. So anyway, I'm trying to make this as stimulating as possible, because otherwise what happens is I'm seeking stimulation. The reason why I go on my phone, why any of us go on our phone, is it's an outward stimulation that we don't really have to do much effort for to get a lot of reward for. I can't do that. Because this actually is like super rewarding for me, like editing, doing all this stuff is great. It's just, I need to get a bit hyper stimulated. Otherwise, at the end of the day, the phone's gonna win because it's less effort. I'm a bit tired now as well. So we've got to like amp up why I want to be here. Nice smells, nice colors, me having a second monitor, all this stuff is really great. It's just hacking. It's just hacking ourselves. We'll see how it goes, but for now, I've been sensing my energies a lot recently. This time last year, actually, I was in this too. I'm in a very masculine energy at the moment. And this often happens, especially when I'm not dating for a little while. Whenever I date men, I feel it come up. Like I feel my feminine energy come up quite a bit. But if I'm not around men for a while, I start to like fall into a very masculine energy, especially when I'm getting a lot of work done. So I think that's interesting. I'm very in it at the moment. Depends who I'm hanging out with though. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to go and keep finishing this and I'm going to get it done. Yeah.
I'm proud of myself for this process. Also, Darren came home tonight after work and damn, we are just legendary housemates. So aligned. It's funny, but I'm very grateful. And then I did this little drawing. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I feel like coming back here, Darren and I have really just stepped into ourselves so much more. Hey Darren, what did we just make?
Mood Productions.
Mood Productions. We just made an event company just then. From the comfort of our own homes. I think the thing with Darren is I've already lived with Darren for 2 years. So this is our 3rd year living together. It's so beautiful to be on the journey with someone like that. I think because we really are like in this together and really at very similar points in our lives, like the same point in our lives. Going on this journey together, it's always so nice because I feel like I can see in Darren, I can see myself in Darren. And it's cool because, you know, whether Darren's having beautiful moments or low moments or whatever it is, I remember that, yeah, that's me too. We're in this together. And the nicest thing is to see how far Darren has come, but also see how far I've come and together help each other on that journey. And the coolest thing is like now we're really in a place where we can utilize the skill sets we have and bring them together to create something that is like so much greater than, you know, each of us by ourselves. It's this like other existing entity that's just as special in a different way. Friday the 15th. This is a desk making vlog. So I put a desk together for my room because, you know, after this summer, as you have obviously heard, I really have been spending time just like setting up a space for myself that I can work in and get into a flow state in. I really didn't have that the past few years. And I think honestly learning about how my brain works, I realized that that's such an important thing for me. Like it's so important for me, even if I may not have, you know, regular working times or hours, if I can have a regular working space, that is more important than anything because it's that space that I can associate those feelings with. Let's watch that vlog now.
Hey guys, I'm making my table. Look how close I am. I'm gonna put this on there like that any second now. I am a strong woman. I'm gonna have the coolest desk area. You're not even gonna believe it. All right, let's move this thing. Gained a whole area of my room. What are you? Oh.
I then went to Jessica and Finn's new home. They were searching for and moved into whilst I was away. When I tell you they are in the epitome of a fairy, pixie and princess castle, it literally, oh my gosh. I think I've exposed them for their true identities. They could be some of the coolest people I've ever met. And they want to be friends with me. Fuck, I feel so lucky and grateful that I stumbled into them in my life. I thought that as I walked there. Through the trees, through the street, to a place that I knew would end up becoming a place I will spend a lot of time in and have a lot of special memories in. And I think that was really special. I skipped down the street all the way to their new home, a new addition to the TV show. I got some really beautiful footage this night of them just on my phone, but it was such a picturesque experience, and I think so nice after so long of being away from each other to be able to get this moment to reconnect, like, made such a big difference, you know? All right, Saturday the 16th, include a snippet from your shopping vlog for my hair. Okay, so as you can see, I've obviously changed my hair, but Amber had to make this decision in the past. So this is the shopping vlog where I got everything I needed in the city.
Just met a really interesting human on the train. What am I, traveling around like a vlogger or something? Wow, I've actually never been a vlogger before. I kind of feel like this is my thing, not gonna lie. It was fun. Kind of funny how you can like think, I'd never do that. And then suddenly you realise that those things that you judged or thought you'd never do actually are the things that make your life even more fun. Wow, that's weird. Fear. Don't you love it? It's like if you feel so passionate about it, it must be for a reason. I have been highly distracted. I have to admit it. I may have stopped at a lot of different shops on the way, and I am okay with that. I'm okay with that. So, I've gone with this one. Look at that. It's pretty, right? Got some of this pink. We got the hair dye. The mission is accomplished. It's been a bit crazy out here. Guys, I'm so bloody happy right now. Look how beautiful it is as the sun sets. So, we're working with Developer. This is fucking humongous. We got scissors, clips, hair clips for my hair, bleach, hair dye. Perfect, guys. Guys, I'm having to amp up because I think this is genuinely going to be a challenge. And I'm fucking so chill right now. Come on. I'm gonna do this hair. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Gotta get some foil. I gotta get some foil. I scooted all the way here. I walked to multiple IGAs and groceries and a 7-Eleven. This is all the way over home. I just got in a scooter here. After a long journey, got the foil. It's a bloody miracle. So, I, in fact, did not do my hair tonight, but at least I got everything I needed, and I went on a big adventure for it, because Darren got home, and I very quickly realised it was 11 something at night, and I was like, I don't know if tonight's the night. I think this takes a lot more energy and attention than just kind of like half-assing it. And I think I'll do a lot better if I think about it more. I've just got to say I had like the most iconic chat with Darren tonight. Low-key revolutionary. Really nice because I think Darren and I can keep up with each other, which is good because I think tonight it's kind of hit me that like, oh shit, I think really differently from the average person. And I'm like, I wonder what that is. Why is that? Like, obviously, okay, I figured out I have ADHD, which I think explains a lot of it. I think that's it. I think it's just my brain like is wired in like such a weird way. I like to think outside the box. Like, I don't know what the box is. And then sometimes I laugh at that because I'm like, no, I know what the boundary, like it's the boundary. The truth is the boundary's whatever we make it. If people don't want to play the game, they can just tap out. But if people do want to play the game, they can tap in, baby. And I'm just trying to find my people who want to tap in. That's all I'm looking for. But I think this summer has definitely been the summer of like big ideas and like big action, big doing, you know. I really just hope like in my wacky wildness that you do see yourself, because I hope my unfiltered self reminds you of who you really are. I hope
my unfiltered self reminds you of who you really are. Aww. Today was the epitome of freedom. I had phone calls with Kyle, Demi, Sammy, and Dad. It was a total explosion. Fuck, I love my friends. They are all so amazing. So then on Sunday, Jess came over and she dyed my hair half brown. We laughed and we relaxed and we created together and we hung out on the balcony with Darren listening to the best music. Sophie came around and we all hung out. I loved them hanging out together. It made me feel so happy knowing that the people I loved were connecting. They are two of the sweetest souls ever. Fuck, I love them.
I'm about to go in the shower. I just want to get footage. Guys, look at that. It looks cool as fuck. Do I like it? Yeah. Sick. Girl, I'm a different person. I haven't cut my hair in a while and God, I've missed it.
I'm gonna be a cinematographer.
Yeah.
No, I found my calling.
Yeah, find your calling, exactly. It's the best shit, right? Filming things is so satisfying, especially when it's your friends.
Yeah, I agree.
It was very shaky zooming.
Fun. It needs to feel like a home video, you know.
I love them. I want to get an awful home video cam.
You should. It's so fun, right? Cinematography. I took it out to the city the other day and filmed the city.
No, you know what happens when I...
That was when I was 15.
Yeah.
Really?
Nearly there.
Oh my god. She classy.
Red wine. That's so crazy.
Wrong way.
Was it 15?
Oh, there I am.
Jess left after filming me and discovering her new passion. Then I hung with Sophie, which turned into a beautiful evening of walking through the streets, deeply connecting and appreciating each other, listening and having silly vibes. Gosh, she is so magnetic. If you like me, well, you'll like Sophie Malik. She is absolutely incredible. I've always had such a special connection with Sophie. The funny thing is, right, one of my best friends who I used to live with and studied with back in the day, Chloe, she had a sister called Sophie. And Chloe always used to tell me, you are so much like my sister. You guys are the same. And the funny thing is as soon as I met Sophie, I just knew it instantly. I was like, we are going to be friends. And it's been nothing short of wonderful, being connected to her in my life. I just feel like she really gets me and really hears me. And it's such a special space, to be connected to someone like that who has no judgment, is just so present with you and so connected to you and asks such interesting questions and just has this aura that feels so loving and accepting but interesting. Oh, I love her so much. Anyway, that was a very special way to end the weekend. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that moment in time. I feel like it was such a fun week this week because I just took the filming even further, really turning my life into more of a documentary. And it feels so right. This is what I've always wanted it to be. And so it's so nice being able to bring it to this place where it's super artistic and creative, but also it's just capturing the beauty that I see every day in my life. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap this bad boy up. So thank you very much for watching today. It was so lovely to get to share all these moments from this special couple of weeks with you guys. Now I better be off because I got to go do a gig now. Life keeps on happening, but I really appreciate you guys being here today for the 11th episode. Can you believe it? We made it. Yeah, I think this is a really, really beautiful episode this week, and it was so nice to be able to come home and just take a moment to really soak in all of the changes that have happened since I was last here. Anyway, I hope you all have a beautiful week. And of course, please let me know what you enjoyed about today's episode. You can share this with your friends. Let them know that you're listening. It means the world to me to know that you're here. And I hope you learned something today. So have a beautiful week. And I hope your story is so interesting and rejuvenating and exciting and filled with all of the feelings. All right. I love you all so much. Bye. Mwah.